it's your boy Rich Lather. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not even sure why y'all are tuning in to me. Oh, wait, this is Phoebe's channel.
This is In Your Face with Aggressively Positive. I'm Phoebe, and we have Rich Lather.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
So, Rich, can we talk about some big, new, scary, evil plans?
Oh, yes, we totally can. We could totally do that. That's no problem at all. And where do you want to begin, or where should I even begin?
That's a good question. Well, let's start at what's the new, what do you have coming up for us?
Well, right now, the big thing is we have Sam Binga coming tomorrow night. That is going to be off the hook and is going to be great. It's for my man Pete's birthday, Anik 1. That's going to be a fantastic time. So everybody should definitely come to that.
Mm-hmm.
And
we will be there in force.
And definitely a big shout out to Courtney for that one. And recently, as we did have Sinistar coming. We did, and but Southwest had an issue. So definitely there's no bad blood or nothing like that. No, it's just the airlines they were being, quote unquote bad words that I just feel like not saying because I'm trying to have a clean mouth.
Well, airlines were being really difficult and presenting new opportunities for growth for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. And they just had a hiccup in their system. And so we had to postpone that. But everything's been confirmed, and we're making that date up. It will be coming in next month. So we will be announcing that date. So stay on the lookout for that. So, we definitely have that going on. Myself and my man Chris, my other half, Paranoid Inc. We definitely been working hard with Uriah and Laura on this one, to get this going, and mainly just to bring more drum and bass to the people, as well as more music and more opportunities for the younger DJs and DJs that have been here for a while that just want to get out there and have fun, because we're all a community, and the only way we're going to grow is if we're together, and that's literally it. And if we're all together, then the scene grows, we grow, we all grow, and that's the one thing I want to do. I want to grow, and the only way I grow is if you grow, and I want to see you grow. I want to be at the top with you.
And there's a place for everybody. And some people, they want to go mainstream. Some people, they want to stay underground, but we need everybody everywhere. And so no matter what people are doing, whether your friends want to go bigger or in a different direction than you, or if you want to be more low key, just support everybody where they're at, because we need that.
Exactly.
Everybody has a great place. We have it's like a diverse ecosystem.
Yeah. My main thing is I want to see everybody exactly where they want to be.
Living their dreams. And that's what,
seriously, I want to see them exactly where they want to be.
Same.
Just like you said, if they want to veer off and do their own thing, go ahead, do it. As a matter of fact,
I'll help you.
you want to kickstart, let's do something, man. And but just make sure that that's what you want to do, and that's what's going to help you grow as not only a person, but as an artist, as your brand, whatever.
It helps you contribute to the larger scene in Indianapolis.
Exactly, and give it back, because it is. Oh my God, Indianapolis is freaking-tastic. It really is, especially now. And it's weird to put it like this, but ever since COVID and the pandemic shut everything down, it was almost like a fresh reset once everything opened back up, and and everybody kind of took that the same way. Now even the younger cats they're wanting to work together and put together events and help promote each other and show up to other events. And the older heads are doing it too. And another thing I noticed is there's more of an appreciation for the music as a whole, like whether, it's drum and bass or house or even dubstep, or even like the filthy rhythm dubstep, there's like a lot of people are appreciating it and tinkering with it in the sense where, well, let me listen to how this is structured. Like, this is crazy. Their mix downs are freaking nuts. And, and the younger generation are now finally getting hip to all these little, what we say in jiu-jitsu is micro adjustments. So they're finally getting used to these little micro adjustments with their mixes and like the music that they're producing. And they're finally starting to figure it out, which is flipping awesome.
Now, you do jiu-jitsu. Do you find a lot of parallels between what you are learning in jiu-jitsu and what you are doing in music, or what you have done?
Yes and no, but it actually did help. A lot.
What way?
So like, besides the health benefits and self-protection, it helps with your humility, and it helped me like be more humble and like kind of, instead of looking at, oh, I'm this big hot shit DJ and, whatever, or this dope producer and yada, yada, yada. I stopped looking at that and started looking at, yeah, I'm good. But man, that dude over there is pretty good too, man. I want to go like hang out with him and like see what his deal is and like see if there's any way that I can help him and maybe he can help me. And I'll have a new friend / business partner too.
I have a question for you. So if you were, newer on the scene, and COVID has changed a lot. I like to say it took away this glass ceiling.
Oh, it totally did. Yeah.
In so many areas and ways. And I'm very multi-genre positive, and I don't love every single genre, but that doesn't mean that person's not talented.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I've heard a lot of like sets from, DJs that their music selection or the genre that they played was not my cup of tea, just not at all. But them having that skill and mixing it correctly and their levels are right and taking me on a great journey from their point of view, that changes my perspective. That's what makes a good set to me. I mean, because there's a lot of. What
are you listening for when you hear a set?
A lot of the times I'm mainly listening for outside of the dope ass bangers. Like when I'm looking at a DJ, I'm looking for when they're dropping their next tune in. Is it timed right? Is it is their BPMs matched up without using the sync button? Are they wearing headphones? Did they take the time to actually like really mix their levels correctly when they're transitioning in and out from a tune? Did they time their backspin right? Like I'm all about the little like intricacies about it, because anybody can go up there, drop a tune and push buttons and twist this and twist that and backspin this and backspin that and stare at a waveform the whole time, which is actually always the bad thing to do, because it's actually a lot of the times the grids be wrong. And then you add in that the fact that the DJ doesn't know when to drop it in either.
You gotta count. I have a thing.
Oh my God.
I know I catch.
It amazes me. The count is what amazes me. I'm like, man.
You can't do 4 and 4 on the
floor. Like, man,
just
to
get that down pat.
Like, you don't know when to drop it on the downbeat, man. Like, you don't know that. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3. Like, you didn't have simple music class in school.
A lot of times they don't, and so and this kind of brings me into the importance of vinyl. So when I talk to and I'm 37. I'm not sure to say this, but like I'm in a generation where it's like I do remember some old raves when I was younger, because I was 15 and being tons of places I should not have.
Me too. Yeah. Oh my God! If only my mother knew.
Oh,
sorry,
she does
Mom.
Know?
No, she doesn't.
My mom knows.
Well, if my mom watches this interview, I'm probably grounded. I'm freaking 43, and she's gonna ground me now.
I am so sorry.
She's lying, Mom. It's okay. Nothing happened.
I never kept I was a good midnight, because nothing good happens past midnight.
I was a good boy.
So let me ask you real quick here about the importance of vinyl. I think right now I'm hearing a lot of debate about like people saying it is important, it isn't important. Should I learn it? Do I have to be proficient at it? What's your take?
Oh man. Okay. So, and that is a gray area / loaded question, because like there's so many different opinions. Well, actually there's 2 opinions.
I'm looking at your opinion.
There's 2 opinions. It is and it isn't. All right. So, and for me, I'm kind of like more in the middle, but I do lean more towards it's more important, because, all right, so here's the thing. All right. Yeah, I'm 43. I'm a boomer, whatever. And that's where I started. I started with vinyl. There was no digital format. It was only just an idea in some dude's garage that was already, like they were like the furthest it probably gone was they took a computer apart and probably designed some program that was really crappy. Okay. And like at that time, back in 98. Okay. So And that's where we were at back then. CDs were a thing, but the technology had not been perfected yet. It was completely junky and completely crappy. It didn't allow that control. You couldn't backspin on it. It would do that sound when you would when you would backspin on it, it would go instead of just.
Oh, that was always the worst when I would upload something like LimeWire illegally, and then I get the skipping anyhow, and I'm like, this is why.
It's horrible. Yeah, it was bad.
I crashed my computer. I was so mad.
And you had less control, and your CDs would skip to. I mean, vinyl did have its issues. It would warp, or you would get a nick on it. But back to the importance. Mm-hmm. Okay, so to me, it's important because it teaches you those fundamentals of being a DJ that are the most important, such as how the equipment works, how music is structured, and how to basically have complete control over the entire situation, meaning the entire set. Because I mean,
track by track, piece by piece.
Period. And that's the best part about it. And when you take that knowledge, and I'll never forget this. I remember when Serato and Tractor and all that came out, and I remember the first digital program for DJing I came across that actually you could use your turntables with. I believe it was called Final Scratch. Mm-hmm. Stanton made it. It was incredibly crappy, but my dude Jabba used it, and shout out to Jabba too, by the way. Definitely go look him up. Banging Jungle. Oh my freaking God. Him and someone. My man Parallel too, man. Mm-hmm. Can't forget none of those three. So, and those are just some local loves right there, man.
You can always send me music.
Oh, definitely, of course. And
so you guys can always send me music.
big shout out to Jabba someone and Burger, man. Can't forget Burger, aka Parallel. But I'll never forget like when I was on vinyl and, got really good with that. And then I finally saw digital for the first time and I could use turntables with it. And same goes for CDJs and controllers, like the exact same thing. When I first saw it, I was like, huh. And when I touched it and played on it, I was like, it just made sense. Like none of the software or anything was like foreign to me or anything. I just looked at it and was like, okay. And then when you talk to a lot of the other DJs who started with CDJs or started with a controller and then they backtrack to turntables, their mind is freaking blown. They don't understand how they went straight to a controller or a CDJs. They're like, I should have started here.
So it's almost like it's important. Like the technology is great to have, and I think that the argument is not that technology is bad or
it's not.
But it's understanding why it's there and how it's helping you can better help you form the kind of music that you're looking to hear.
Oh yeah, because a lot of guitarists, they'll
analog and digital.
A lot of them they play electric guitar, bass guitar, whatever, but 90% of them to almost all of them know how to play acoustic guitar.
Of course.
Because that's the OG guitar right there. So
it's understanding what the technology is doing for you.
Exactly. And applying it. And like what I see with a lot of, newer DJs is they just see that they're more in love with the facade of DJing, as in, oh, look at this whole, Aoki or whoever's hot right now. And yeah, I'm not sure either because there's so many.
It's not me. That much.
It's not me either. It's just there's so freaking many.
Hansel is so hot right now.
I swear, so hot right now. Hot right that now. Hanson, he's so hot right now. But like it's just man, like.
So if I'm a new kid, right? And don't get me wrong, youth is difficult. It's full of all the energy, and yet you have all the questions and none of the answers, and you think you should.
Yeah, which we don't.
No.
We don't.
No. So, and being somebody who's kind of in between the two, generations here, I like to say I'm bridging a gap.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And part of what it's like, I understand your guys' points are right. But if I was new and I was coming into some place and someone was like, everything you do is wrong and sucks and you can't sit by me for me to explain it to you.
I'm sorry, but to me, that's one of the shittiest things you can do.
And I think it's been a miscommunication.
I mean, because it's like I get it's coming from a good place. Like, you want this kid to be a good DJ, but there's ways you can come at the newer generation about it, and about how crappy they are or whatever. But
you gotta be willing to listen, though. Too.
And that's the thing. A lot of them aren't willing to listen, but there are a lot of new ones that are. But at the same time, the newer generation, or actually not even just the newer, just human beings in general, are reactive. Okay, so if you come at them a certain way, they're going to react a certain way. All right, so if you come up to this new DJ who's just trying to get out there and be like, you suck, your mix whack, your mix downs whack, your beat matching whack, if you come at them just like that, then they're going to be like, you know what, I'm gonna Will Smith the shit out of you. So and it probably won't work because they're like tiny, but still, they're gonna like hold their own, and they're gonna take that as a sign of disrespect. And even though you kind of meant it as a way to build them up, they're not gonna take it that way.
Because it's scary to put yourself out there as a musician. It's scary to
me. I let them know, man. Like, I just tell them the straight up truth. Like, hey, your tracks were great, but you were dropping this here, you were doing this there, just wasn't sounding right, man. And for me, I'm like the type of guy, I like to help people. I like to give knowledge.
Critique as opposed to criticism.
Yeah, exactly. And, and that's where then we get into a conversation, and it's not even a spirited debate. It's a full on just straight conversation. We're now friends, and now, new DJ wants to kick it with old DJ, and now we're just swapping knowledge. And one person's growing and the other person's all smiling, and then he starts to grow and everybody's all happy. And then next thing you know, you got a cool ass new DJ.
You know what? And as I said, I would. I am not a technologically inclined person.
No, yeah.
But I don't know what I'm doing, and I tell people all the time, I have no idea what I'm doing. Will you please help me? Yeah. And I'm sorry, I'm very difficult. But
never be afraid to ask, even for the new DJs. Yeah. Never be afraid to ask.
Yeah. And as I said, I will look who the people are who are coming to tell you these things because they care. If they didn't care, they would just let you suck.
Yeah.
And that would suck if people didn't tell you. Like, it's like friends tell friends that you have food stuck in their teeth.
Exactly. I mean, and me, I like to pass on the knowledge I've gained and the positivity and the energy and the vibes that I've gained over the years, and pass that down. Like, like one of my favorite people is DJ Tosby, and he's one of my prime examples and go-to guys of humility. He's the prime example of someone who is a legend in the game and knows how to like really help the younger guys and the lesser talented guys.
Do you know what my motto is? And it's for the love of music and what I find in him.
Oh, dude, yes, definitely. And it's people like Top Speed that give me the same mentality where I'm like, I'd rather teach than preach, so, and that's how I come at the newer DJs. Like a couple years back, I used to just be the biggest hater, like everybody else. Like, man, all you guys do is push buttons. All you care about is the sync button. Well, I mean, they pretty much all still do, but but now I'm more like, yeah, I mean, you're out there, you're doing your thing, but you know what? Come on, let's hang out and have a drink and let's critique some stuff. As a matter of fact, did you like my set? Critique my set. What do you think of mine?
Exchange of ideas. It's nobody wants to feel like they put themselves out there, be vulnerable.
Definitely.
Every time that somebody gets behind a booth or deck, up to a microphone with a musician does anything, an artist does anything, puts their art or their poetry or their writing out there. It's a risk. It's a big risk that people are going to say, you suck.
Definitely. And you got to have thick skin. And you can't
sit with us.
Oh, yeah. And you got to have thick skin because you're going to hear that sometime. You are.
And sometimes I suck. I hope somebody would be like, please do not ever do that. Maybe that sucked.
Yeah, and
Tell me if I have food in my teeth.
and and I've been playing for 20 years. There's been people that have came up to me recently like, yeah, your set wasn't as good as the last one, man. What happened? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I was just up there doing my thing. Thought you liked it.
You were wiggling a lot. I mean, was that
what was wrong with it? I don't know, man. Just there's a few tunes I wasn't feeling. Like, oh, okay. What about the transitions? Oh, there's a few hiccups there. I'm like, oh, well, thanks. I'm gonna go work on that.
Yeah, it was good to have other ears too. Like, if you
definitely, and thick skin, ears. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
For a better view of what you're really looking at.
In other words, bottom line, one word: humility.
Humility, and that's what's going to bring a lot of like unity, because that's really what I'm about. Like, as I said, like I wanted to take the messages that I was hearing from the people who didn't know what they were talking about, and be able to say that, like, listen, they're trying to help you, and you're young, and you've got a lot of talent, you got a lot of potential. And you're at a good time right now. And like, oh yeah, like people, you can help each other and learn from each other and benefit each other.
Really, they could
have a much more bartery type of environment.
Well, not only that, and plus, I mean, it's indie. It's a great spot, and actually, it's getting so much better. And I mean, and there's.
I gotta shout out Uriah G.
God,
major.
That is my dude. That is my dude. Oh my God, Uriah is my guy. Uriah G. Oh my God, that's my bro for life. I swear to God. I swear to God.
We got magical people doing different things all over the place, no matter what you like.
Straight up, not even kidding. And I mean, and
always a shout out to Slater and all the patron saint who are always consistently.
Now that's
brought some heat.
I love those guys, and they've been in the game forever. And that's the thing. It's when you got and that's the thing I love about the Saint, because I mean you got. You got guys that have they have the experience that we all have, and they're super dope. They're super cool. They've always been respectful to me too. Even back to like before the Saint days, when we were just a bunch of DJs running around and shopping at the record shop and stuff, dude. Like they were always super humble to me, and gave me discounts and stuff on records and stuff. And it was
they've always been so kind to me. And I came here about 5 years ago.
Man.
I met them first out of everybody.
When I believe I first met them over at, I met Matt. I believe it was over at Univibe. That's where I met him. And, the record shop over there. And that's where he was working. And me and my dude Brandon used to go in there and buy records all the time, just nonstop. We would just stand there and sit and we'd give them as our ID to get the stylist to go listen to the records. We'd just be in there for like 2-3 hours, just listening to drum and bass just all day, and then just buy it all, like just everything we could.
There's never a point in time I don't want to do that.
I remember like trying to barter with Matt. Like, look, I know the record's $25, man, but look, come on, man, 12. I got 12 right now. You already know I'm gonna see you at a party anyway.
I'll give you the other 12 later. It's why you take payments. Layaway.
Those were the good old days, man. Those were the good old days. And now they're doing it big with the patron saint, and that's just a blessing. That's a blessing for indie too.
They just had David Penn. That was phenomenal artists come through there. Phenomenal artists have come through MV. And it's like sometimes we would have because of space constrictions. It's a middle ground area, so we get. And have a lot more variety.
And not to mention, it's indie. Everybody and everything passes through here. Everybody comes here, like everybody makes a pit stop at Indy, and it's like
Crossroads of America.
Exactly. And so it's like, well, while I'm here.
And I just want to encourage everybody out there, like whether it's not your favorite genre, that's okay. Still come out there and support your friends because they're living their dreams. The same way you would want to be them supporting you. It's just important, no matter whether their dream is to stay underground or to stay at home support. Or to get out or do whatever.
It's all about the support. And that's the main thing, because that's the only way that indie's going to grow. That's the only way the scene's going to grow. That's the only way that you are going to grow, is to show support. And that's how you're going to get that support. So, I mean, I'm just saying, just little tidbits of advice and, and study your music. When I say study, like, don't just mix it. Like, take some time, if it's your thing, pack something up, light it up, and then, and just listen to the tune. Listen to where things hit. Listen to where, the breakdowns are. Listen to where it's a good spot to drop your next tune in, and study your equipment. I mean, because trust me, like, yeah, you got all those bells and whistles, but
what do they do and why are
but
they there?
they're no good if you don't know how to use them.
So I want to finish out with a couple of upcoming events and wrap it up here with some last thoughts.
Right.
I said Sam Binga is tomorrow night.
Oh, definitely. And that is definitely going to be the mother F wording move. I even hurt my hands. I hurt my hands for y'all on that. That's how serious this is.
I will be there.
You know, and
I highly recommend that you all be there.
And it's Pete's birthday, and it won.
He only turned 40 months.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I turned 40 once, and I can never get that back. I'm 43 now. I can never get it back.
Curiously through Pete, I can prepare myself for 40.
Oh yeah.
Notice is coming in.
Notice. Oh my God, and that is a face I have not seen in so long. That's a face I miss right there.
I met him. That's not last time I saw him.
And man, last time he came, man, he dropped a set that was just so phenomenal and so awesome. And then what was it? And then he moved out to LA and whatnot. And he's been doing really great out there. And I love it. And but as far as
tomorrow,
and I'm playing as well.
You're playing.
And obviously Sam Bennigan is playing. Rinton is playing as well.
Love me some Rinton.
Oh, trust me, Jim.
Damn.
Oh my God.
He is on that Twitch all the time. If you haven't caught him, your ears are missing out.
Yes, seriously. Oh my God. Rinton is where it's at, aka Jim Beams. He's gonna be beaming all night. Trust me. Oh God.
Absolutely.
And then in the back room we got Notice, and we got Neebs back there. He's gonna
Neebs.
Oh yeah. Oh, was that a surprise for you?
Because now I'm really excited.
I know. Neebs is gonna be there. You know, and Pony Boy. You know, my man Eddie. Yeah, he's gonna be there, aka Con Johnner. AKA Con Johnner. He's gonna be in the back too. And then like I said, so it's going to be a great night tomorrow. So we got Sam Binga tomorrow night.
AP will give some live coverage for sure.
And don't forget about Ducksman, man.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that's coming up too.
One of Indy's most unique events, Duckpin Disco 3000 is happening. That's from 10 to 2 a.m. out in Fountain Square. $5 all you can bowl, which if you know, it's normally like 8 people, $40 an hour.
And they do have food, like
good food.
Like it's food.
Full bar, 21 and up.
Like it stays down.
$10 at the door gets you in. Oh, you have a wonderful artist of the month. Gives away the gnome of the month. Come check us out.
Oh yeah, and what was it? Angie Dexter. She did the gnome last month. Oh my goodness. Curtis went home with it. Cold Miami.
Miami. Shout out to Cold Miami. You're going to get him on here soon.
Of course.
So, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here.
Not a problem.
Rich, thanks for coming.
Oh, not a problem. Thanks for having me. And love you all. Thank you for putting up with my BS. And big shout out to Uriah G. Big shout out to Laura. Big shout out to Courtney. Get ready for Sam Binga tomorrow. Be watching out for the announcement for Sinistar.
Graveyard Radio and Aggressive Positive is going to be there. And big shout out to Josh Loznak for helping me out with this beautiful project.
It is J Laws, damn it.
J Laws in this hizzy and Tiffany for the win.
She's our engineer, you know this, but it's J Laws. As a matter of fact, look, come here, Josh. Come here. As a matter of fact, look.
This guy's gonna be
that's J Laws. All right,
you can catch this guy at Envy.
Yeah. That's my surprise special guest there. He's gonna be there killing it here. You know what I mean? So remember, Ender, aka J Laws. I'm gonna be having pretend this is the Sam Binga flyer, and I'm emphasizing Ender's name right here.
J Laws.
All right.
Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Governamente strapping the system. Government strapping the system.